Oh yeah, Don, show up. Yeah, come on down next time. Yeah, I'll be here waiting. Look at this place. It's a ghost town. I mean, test of strength. There's not. Look it. Nobody. There is not one person here. I mean, this place. Look at what they've done to me. What's going on? Look at this place. It's an absolute ghost town. What are they doing to me? I mean, for real.
This is Stirring the Pot with Uncle John.
What's up, baby? It's the Fogman, and this is Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid.
Well, this is Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid, and this is my very, very special guest, Mr. Alex Rojas. They call him the GMIC of Test of Strength.
And the Belltime Club.
And the Belltime Club. I mean, it's easy for me to forget, because it is a far drive for me.
It is a far trip.
And I haven't been able to get there.
But shout out to the Belltime Club guys. Cole Douglas, Benny Jukes, Soda Loco, Alec Price, Howardson, Drew, all of you guys. Love you, tip of the hat to the Heel Ship TOS family, Belltime Club.
Man.
Boston Hotel.
You popping them right off there, baby, giving the love to everybody up
You got to. Such a close knit family. We are sister dojos, sister promotions. Wagner and Bo grew up together. It's gonna go back. It's like
okay.
They're thick as thieves, and that's why we have the relationship that we don't have.
Well, that's just a perfect place to start as any. I mean, what I do is I kind of peel back the entertainment part of the wrestling scene, of our local wrestling scene, and I'm just trying to get real stories behind wrestlers, referees, managers, GMICs. I mean, come on, baby. And everybody's open game because it takes an army.
It really does. The phrase "it takes a village" really does come to place. TOS has come such a long way in the last 2.5 years that I've been with Wagner. Wagner, of course, has run the dojo longer. Ever since we got together, and I feel like the give and go with me and him have brought us to where we are. I feel like everything has stepped up. The talent has stepped up. The production has stepped up. The training exercises that we do have stepped up. Our reputation has definitely taken a turn for the better. Since we started doing it, it was so easy to do. Me and Wagner, we got together, and it was just family. From day one. And that's why we're here. That's why we're going. Thanks to people like you and the Radish sisters and our friends up north in Springfield and Ludlow and Battlefront Pro. Much love to Dan and all the boards for everything that you guys do for us. Kevin Landry's Combine, we had friends, students up there. Jiggy Sosa, who was the #1 contender for the Test of Strength title. I consider him a friend, an asset, and a blessing to this business. Honest Abe, who we formed a huge alliance with. We're so much like brothers, it's crazy. He is the CFO of HS Design and Apparel. Joint business venture with us, it's going great. And ever since Training Day 23 and our interaction with TJ Howell II, it's just it's amazing where we're going. It's a wild ride TOS has been on. It just keeps going.
Now, I am so glad you've named so many people because you've just, like the army, the village, however we put it, it spreads far and it spreads wide.
And at the same time, it's such a small world.
It is.
So many linked acquaintances and friends and family members that you realize, even though we're so widespread how we come so close together. You know what I mean? It's nuts. The New England Wrestling Hall of Fame was this weekend. I want to give a shout out to all the inductees. Tom Santel, who is not only my favorite wrestler in the world, he is one of my favorite people. Congratulations, brother.
And if I could just, I don't mean to interrupt, but we see Mr. Santel here.
Yeah.
And man, he is, he's something else when he comes to TOS. And you seem to absolutely love once he walks through that door.
It's just the energy that he brings through the door, and his in-ring ability, wrestling IQ, the way he reads a crowd, the way he reacts to an opponent. It's beautiful. It's an art form. And I could sit here and sound like a total fan, but it's more than that.
Yeah, but aren't we fans first, though, Mr. Rojas?
We are, and I think people like you and me tend to be a little more than an average fan. I mean, it's different. It's with me, it's more of a connoisseurship. You know, it's the art of wrestling and appreciating the little things in between. And when I think of wrestling artists, very few people come to my mind the way that Thomas Santel does. And everyone that he works in the ring leaves a better person, leaves a better worker, leaves a better performer, and a stronger artist every time he leaves. So again, huge shout out.
That's great. Man.
So many friends that I have in this business that are in the Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Yes, please continue.
The all-knowing Bo Douglas. If you've ever had a conversation with Bo Douglas, your life has never been the same since. So
he's mad at me because I have a Big Bear shirt and not a Bo Douglas shirt yet.
Well, hey, I know a guy. But yeah, Bo's amazing. Wagner, you know, he's all right.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's okay. Wagner Brown, he's all right.
Could we just pause right there at Mr. Wagner Brown? Now, you have this relationship. You're the GMIC. And now, Mr. Wagner Brown is the owner of Test of
He
Strength?
is the owner and the founder of Test of Strength, and I help him with the art and the aesthetic and the game plan of Test of Strength where we go together. It's really a very unique dynamic between with me and Wagner. You would think it's all roses, you know, we argue more than we should. We don't always agree with each other, but we always trust each other. That's the most important thing. And together we've been able to do some amazing things. I mean, we went, our first training day was in Watertown, Connecticut, in a building that was literally falling apart on us. I mean, there was, you know, we get to the dojo and we're mopping up the ring.
Really?
It was bad. It was things of where we've come and where we are now.
Well, this is the kind of stuff that we would like to, to show the fans.
It's just amazing, you know. I mean, I remember when with the help of another awesome, amazing person who I love with all my heart, Drake Evans, we were able to get the Deuce.
Okay.
And do the build up for 3 games.
So fun.
Maybe I'm a little biased, but that was my favorite wrestling show, probably of all time.
Wait, of all time?
It's up there. And I've been at some good ones. I've been at some good ones. But maybe, maybe it is biased. Maybe it's because we all worked so hard to get there. All my boys stepped up and told a great story, and I was able to present Bob Goshen with that beautiful title at the end of that night. It was just such a big payoff to all of our hard work. Fight for Your Dreams will always, I'm wearing the shirt. What can I say? It was such a big show for us. We came together as a family. We went into a town that we never ever wrestled in. We went into a town that's had no wrestling for a long time.
Nice.
And Milwaukee, I mean, you were there.
Yeah, I was there, baby. I couldn't miss it.
And speaking of Thomas Santel, him and Jay Freddy gave us one of the greatest wrestling classics I've ever seen in my life. And we didn't think we could follow the names. It was like, how are we going to do that? And we get Ryan Frost and Algebra.
Oh, Algebra! Don't. Why are you saying his name like that?
It's just crazy because it's like, I remember the look on everybody's face when that's what's following Tom and Freddy. And those guys went out there and they stole the show. I mean,
so much fun.
They told a hell of a story.
Ryan Frost went to a table.
They solidified each other as performers, and they've been on an incredible ride since then. Ryan Frost has gone on this huge run where he's taken on some huge names, Most recently, just incredible, victorious in that.
So crazy, right?
You know, and
that's awesome.
And El Jabroni is the Battlefront Pro American luchador champion.
He's
you
a
know?
champion.
And it's insane the reaction that both of these men get when they walk through the curtain, you know, and the way that people either love them or hate them, or a combination of both is insane.
Can I throw another one in there because of Elijah 6?
Oh, Elijah! What can I say about Elijah 6 that he won't say about himself? The kid calls himself the GOAT already.
Yes, sir. That's what the shirt conveys, right?
And it's hard to disagree with.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to agree with him at the same token. I mean, we have two different point of views on that.
No, I get it. It's like, this kid is so young and so brash and so cocky, but at the same time, everything he does is smoother than butter on a hot day.
I'm going to give you that.
I mean?
I do. I give you that.
I think that, you know, if you keep your eyes on a product and you keep your eyes on these talents, you're going to be amazed with what they accomplish. And I don't see a Hall of Fame in the world that Elijah 6 doesn't end up in.
That's how his character just grasps you. El Jabroni's character, and it's not just the character, it's the story that's been built for these characters. Correct. I mean, isn't that just a bigger part of the whole picture right here?
Well, you know, another pro wrestling mentor, someone that I admire, who's always accused of taking it a little too serious, but when you're that good, it's kind of hard not to. Goes by the name of Low Key.
Okay.
And Low Key has a tattoo on his arm that says "To React."
Okay.
And that's the art of wrestling.
Here?
We can sit there and we can talk about, you know, moves and comebacks and cutoffs and shines and finishes. But the truth is that the art of wrestling is reaction. It's to react. And I think that's something that Jay Brown and Elijah 6 have just naturally instilled in them. The way they react to certain situations and the way that they invoke reaction from the crowd. It's something that's very rare nowadays.
Well, again, I hate to cut you off, but because I want to keep it fresh, you have taken me personally on this crazy roller coaster ride with the Jay Brown story. I watched him get heart punched and killed, and I threw a lily in there for his funeral. I mean, I could go on and what you've taken us, not just me, but the Jay Brown ride experience. And the Elijah 6, the Ryan Frost. There's more names that I won't go on and on. But
you know, it's funny. My son Jeter, who is an amazing kid. If you've ever met him, I know you have.
Well, just the online stuff is.
But he's such a cool kid. Has a great mind for the business, and he refers to you as Jay Brown's Lois Lane.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he says that.
Wait, what?
He says that no matter what happens, no matter what the odds are, Superman always saves Lois. So Jay Brown will always save King King.
Oh my God. I think I might be blushing a little bit.
It's awesome, and I want to thank you for being part of the ride and doing this with us. I know how much it means to that kid. You know, breaking the fourth wall and all that. Whoever knows Jay Brown behind the mask knows that there's not really a big difference between Jay Brown the character and Jay Brown the person. This kid is so sweet, has such a big heart, one of the most genuine people I've ever met, and it's beautiful to see him live out his dream. You know, when Wagner and I, you know, came up with the Fight for Your Dreams concept, it was for guys like that, guys like Jay Brown, guys like Hippie Moon, guys like Sandy Diaz, who go in every day and bust their ass and perfect their craft in search of this dream, because they're alive, they're a different person. The interactions. I remember Jay Brown bringing you a Coke because he spilled yours.
Oh, and a different promotion,
completely different show, and the reaction that he got, and it was a genuine thing. He wasn't trying to. No. It wasn't a work. It was he really seriously felt bad that he spilled your drink.
And,
you know?
and again, I hate to cut you off. I still have those two Coke cans. I shit you not. I have those two Coke cans. and I make sure I will never, and I have to get Jay Jones to actually autograph.
I'm sure he would.
And
I'm sure he would.
I
I think
will
that would
never,
make his day. Actually.
I will never get rid of those. I actually have them.
But that's a beautiful thing. And
That's the right you put me on here, sir.
And that was the whole concept of we have to fight for your dreams. I mean, like, this is everything we fight for.
Now, if you can't hear it in the background, which I don't know how you can, they're training here
Right.
at Tesla Strength Wrestling, and I'm actually taking him away from his duty, so I have to really appreciate his time. But speaking of we're taking time away from the training for Mr. Rojas being there because his eyes have to be everywhere. How did you and Mr. Slick Wagner Brown become together for this whole Test of Strength experience that you're giving the fans right now?
Well, I remember the first time I walked into that dojo all the time. It was Ty Shine.
What year are we talking?
I would say, shoot, it's 18 now. I want to say it was 14.
Well, it is
19.
It is 19. Wow.
19. So I think it's 14, 15. And I remember walking in there, and in the ring was a very young, very skinny Ty Shine.
I can't picture it.
And a very young Tyler from State Farm.
Oh, I wish I would have seen that.
And those guys were in there, and they were running these drills, and they looked like it was just money oozed off them. You forgot that you were in this shady garage building.
Okay.
In Watertown, and it just for a second it just felt like the Garden. And I looked over at Wagner, and Wagner will always go sell you. You know, he'll never tell you how good you are, even though he knows it. And he's just and I'm looking at these kids, and it's like, I need to be here. So I started talking to Wagner, and you know, we shared war stories, and you know, I told him I used to train back when I was younger.
Oh, very interesting.
I told him why I no longer train.
Oh, maybe even more interesting.
And we started sharing stories about. I started asking him about Killer Kowalski because, as you know, Wagner's a Killer Kowalski.
Yes, sir.
Guy. It's more than a gimmick. He is a true Kowalski.
Yeah, he's
guy.
true crew. Yeah.
And the guy that taught me how to take a bump was also a Kowalski guy, and it was eerie how similar and how militant, almost trained Kowalski guys are. How many things are kind of instilled in their DNA that they pass on to their descendants. You sit there and you see Kowalski guys train other people, and you know they're Kowalski trained because of the way they work. Example, you ever seen Alex Price work?
I have.
You see Alex Price work, and you see Elijah Six work, and it's like a mirror match. These guys are so similar and so crisp, and so it's just every training, and that's because of Baldwin Wagner.
Maybe at a training day or at an undeniable, or maybe we can see something like that.
Well, you're actually going to see Alex Price take on LJ Brown for the American Luchador Championship at the next Battlefront show.
What?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
gonna
no.
that's gonna be insane. That's gonna be a hell of a
He
show.
could be on the verge of losing his championship.
He could. Alec is a beast. He is
The prize, right?
the prize, and he fights for prizes. And Jay Brown has a very beautiful belt
He does.
that
I've held it.
that would look very, very nice around the waist.
Why you
over
gotta
the
talk like
shoulder.
that? That's not nice. That's not
I'm
nice
just
to talk
saying.
like that.
It's you never know. You know, it's
You do never know. It's
you,
wrestling.
you never know, and as great as Jay Brown is, you know, his kid could have his number.
He could.
They've crossed paths before. They've never locked in, but they've been on the same shows and they've looked at each other. And Jay Brown had his thing with Tony the Tuna, and the Prize was watching, and
I'm so.
and Alec Prize, he's if anyone's gonna get that belt, he wants it. You think he wants Tony the Tuna walking around? That's right.
No, not at all.
No. So he's coming for that, and
Wow.
that should be interesting. It's going to be fun. As far as Elijah Six and Alec Price, they are going. They actually are a tag team. They're a stable together called the Label. At that
The
time.
Label.
The Label at that time. And
Man, I'm missing some good stuff.
yeah,
then.
so Six Bricks, which is Elijah and Jay, and Howardson and Howardson the Third, and Alec Price. They are the Label, and they are the hottest thing in all of Boston. You guys don't even know it yet.
Wow.
So that's gonna be fun. I hope you're at Fenway with us when you see the Label go out there and do their thing. I'm pretty sure they have a shot at the El Mundo Boston Championships. I'm not sure.
Gee whiz.
But I think that was the last conversation that I had with Bo Douglas and Jason Rumble.
Man.
So let's see what happens there. It's gonna be a hell of a show.
So with these sister companies, you have the Battlefront, you have the Belltime. How does one Alex Rojas keep all of that right here? I mean,
You just kind of have to. You have to. I'm always thinking 10 steps ahead of everyone else. You know.
do you go to bed creating wrestling stuff?
Sometimes, believe it or not, I actually, no lie, I made this shirt in my sleep. Woke up at 4 in the morning and got it done and back to sleep. But it's just, sometimes ideas just hit me. My son is actually very creative and comes out with a lot of concepts and we do things together. You know, his whole Fire Pro endeavor is insane.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy the reaction that the boys have given him for it.
Yeah.
You know, he designed a shirt the other day that says Okada forever.
I seen that, of course I seen that.
And that all came because after the press conference for the Fenway Park show, we were invited to TJ Howell, the second Penthouse apartment, and we downloaded the game.
Oh, really?
We downloaded the game and we set it up, and you know, it's amazing to see a game on 200-inch screens that can't hit the whole wall. But you know, the guy sat there and we started running simulations and the matches were amazing and you know, we were drinking and taking bets and it was such a good time. And you know, they asked Jeter what match he'd like to see. He said, I want to see Okada versus Uncle Bo.
Wow.
And boy, did that not disappoint. Man, Meltzer lost his mind, let me tell you. You know, 87 stars. You know, it was insane. So Okada forever became the ultimate inside joke.
Okay.
And it was such a good time.
Wow.
It's always fun.
I'm sure I'm taking you away from plenty in there. We could go on, and I mean, if you don't mind, we could just keep going on and on. But I'd rather not take you from too much of your
I don't mind. I think Wagner can
All right.
quarterback this one.
Can we touch upon this training you were talking about?
My track.
Yeah.
I don't really like to talk about it, but okay.
Not
just a little bit.
See, this is what I'm talking about. The stuff that nobody knows.
I was 15 years old with a fake ID.
Oh, it's one of these stories. Ah.
And I lived in New York City.
Okay.
And by hook or by crook, and I won't say much means, I would get to Philadelphia. And I would bump around with a gentleman named Perry Samuel.
Oh.
It was supposed to be the human suplex machine, but it was really Perry Samuel. Which I am grateful for. Because he taught us how to roll before we bumped, and Taz did not.
Oh boy.
But it was fun. It was I was there for a while. Never officially got to have a real match. You know, there was things that went on there that I'm not allowed to talk about. Actually, I am allowed to say mine, but I'd rather not talk about. There was just family things that kept me from doing that, and I don't want to disrespect the business or workers or anyone out there who actually completed their training and went on to, you know, put on shows for people. That's not me. I'm not that guy. You know, I can take a bump, that's about it, and I'll leave it at that. You know.
Well, I really appreciate you sharing that because I didn't think you were going to give that to us. To be honest,
that's all that's switched to it. You know.
Well, I hear you use the word respect, and in wrestling, if you don't know or if you do know each other, you're always taught in wrestling to shake a hand,
right,
no matter what. Right. And it's not just TOS, but I see it generally in our area and on the local scene. For me, from a distance, that's pleasurable because I see that people actually still respecting each other nowadays.
And we should. I mean, you hear wrestlers talk to each other. It's always brother this, brother that. And I always say that brothership has to mean. And the term brother doesn't come from shitty Hulk Hogan promos. You know what I mean? That's not where it's from. It's like you go on the road with these guys and you split hotels with them, or you split cab fare, or you know, you go to a different country and you stay in one of their houses. You know, it's one of those things where you look out for each other, because on the road you walk brothers. When you're in that ring, you're trusting each other with your lives, your bodies, your mental state, and you have to respect and love each other for it. You know, I know it's evolved. You know, it's brothers and sisters. You know, but it's still, even with the girls, it's still brother, because we always, hey, she's one of the boys. You know what I mean? And that's not to be toxic. You know, it's not a masculinity thing.
No,
it's a family thing. It's like we're all equals here. That's why TOS doesn't have a women's title. No, you know, a girl steps up, she does her thing, she gets a shot at Danos. It doesn't matter.
So that's actually a question I've always had for you guys at Test of Strength. There's no women's champion.
No. It's why. So why diversity? Why diversify? Like, here's the thing.
Interesting.
I honestly believe, in my heart and soul, that Sasha Banks is one of the best performers in the world.
Okay.
There's no reason for me to think that she should only be able to compete for a women's title. I'll tell you right now, Sasha Banks will wrestle circles around Seth Rollins. Hey, internet, get mad if you want, but that's how I feel about it. So it's if the right girl with the right attitude, the right work ethic, the right drive wants to step up and take a shot at the Wrestling Championship, I'm sure me and Wagner have no problem.
That's pretty interesting, man. Now, if this intergender wrestling has maybe like last 5-6 years or so, you think?
Maybe, and you know what, I really like to, that's another label on it. You know, it's like, why call it it's wrestling. It's wrestling. Let me tell you something. Sarah Del Rey will beat up your favorite wrestler any day. Okay? Like, so I don't believe in that.
Okay.
I don't believe in that. A wrestler, a performer is going to perform no matter what their gender is, or whether they identify as a gender or not.
So recently, Mark Sterling has won a women's championship.
Yeah.
It's totally throwing me for a loop, because it's what's going on here.
We can be all conservative about it. Why is Smart Mark have a women's title? Because he beat a chick and he got that belt. She didn't have to put her title on the line. She could stay home that day. All right. So true. Smart Mark got a belt. Good for you, Smart Mark. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. But no, seriously, in all seriousness, there's one Test of Strength championship, and the best competitors in the world are more than welcome to step up and come get it.
Wow.
Period.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Cameron Bam Bam just stole Training Day. You know?
Boy, did she ever.
Karen, you know, it's like, I love Brother Great. I love you, brother.
I do too.
I love you, brother.
Yes, sir.
But damn, I was rooting for Bam Bam. I'm sorry, man. You I don't know how you did it. God is on your side.
I even asked her not to maul Brother Greatness pre-match, and she goes, I have no problem. I can't make no promise.
I saw Karen Bam Bam at Blood, Sweat, and Tears this weekend, and she confirmed to me that before that match, he was Brother All Right. After that match, he became Brother Greatness.
Oh, wow.
So,
wow. And what he did somehow.
No, man. Congratulations to him. A hell of a performer, an amazing person. And if you ever have a chance to do a Stirring the Pot with him, I recommend it.
I would love to.
Because he has an amazing story.
I seen him, the very first time I ever seen Brother Greatness, I was at BWF in the Bronx. It was my dad and my first time ever in there at the fitness club.
Shout out to Bronco.
I went to go see Nutrius X. I went to actually go support one guy. I drove to the Bronx for that. And I seen the what's his name? Steele. He's a Jurassic juggernaut.
Oh,
Vince Steele.
Vince Steele.
He took Brother Greatness. Me and Dad were front row, and he threw him outside the ring into a solid concrete column that holds the building together. Brother Greatness falls to the ground. We really thought that Brother Greatness took a shitter on the ground. And sir, are you? I never met Brother Greatness before. That was the first time. So when he showed up at TOS, I was, that's the dude who died at BWF.
It's hard to beat a man who's got God on his side.
Crazy.
You know? Crazy. I know there's a lot of atheists out there in the world, people that aren't religious, but trust me, if you talk to Brother Greatness and you learn his story and where he's from, you gotta believe it, man. The man it's beautiful. It's almost hallowed the way his story is coming through. So shout out to Brother Greatness. Actually, the whole congregation
I love the Conrad.
Yeah, Dashy D, how you doing, brother? Can't wait to see you.
You need to get some Mrs. Kiki Van Kubek.
Oh, I love Kiki. Kiki is another one that you have to watch out for. She has so much raw potential. It's those guys, man. Those guys are amazing.
We've named so many names. Mr. Rojas is like he listed a huge scroll of names.
And I could keep going.
And now what brings me to this is all of these names and plus many more that have come in and out of TO since I've been coming. They come from all over the place to support the TOS family here.
Yeah, and I believe it's a mutually beneficial thing. I see a lot of gentlemen and women that have come through these doors and have stepped into our ring and gotten exposure places where they haven't been before. And I want to thank everybody who's done that. The spectacular JC and Rosie, we love you. You know, I hope everything's going great for you in Florida. We miss you. I can't wait to see you.
Absolutely.
Come Fenway. Dan Kennedy, Smart Mark Sterling, who you mentioned, worked here, did shows for us. Johnny Idol, just so many people. I mean, I could sit here and drop names all day, but my favorite person in the whole world, Mark Adam Haggerty, who I am so grateful and so excited to be a part of his evolution and one of his supporters, because things looked grim for Mark for a while because of a certain jackass up north whose name I won't mention because he doesn't deserve it, did something really wrong to Mark and kind of exposed him and put him in a position where he wanted to leave the wrestling business because he thought that it was the end for him, and I feel like TOS helped him overcome that. And now he's like the hottest thing in the indies, you know, an amazing guy. He is the voice of professional wrestling, period. I can't wait for you guys to see him on the grandest stages all over the world because he deserves that. One of my greatest friends, I can't wait to see him on Sunday. He's one of my favorite success stories out of TOS. I feel like, and I think he would agree with you, that this is home for him. He's a TOS guy, so no matter where he goes, you know, you see him, he's got the patch, he's got the hat on.
He's always wearing that.
He's got his merch and he shouts out the guys.
He does.
And we love him the way that he loves us. And yeah, we did have a little issue.
There was a little
something with TIW, and the things were said that shouldn't have been said.
There was a lot of bleeping going on.
But at the end of the day, it's like, hey, brothers fight.
Yeah.
So.
So with saying the same topic, what do you look for in the wrestlers that you bring to TOS? Do you bring the wrestlers in, or do they request, or like?
It's a combination of the two.
What do you look for?
I'm always scouting. Wagner's always scouting, as you know. Wagner's booked up and down the East
He
Coast,
is all the time.
place. And if you ever see him work, you will understand why. He is as good as anyone can be. Don't tell myself. I call him a jobber. But all respect. Wagner Brown, not just because he's my friend, but before I ever even met him, just huge upside for him. So many people borrowed so much from Wagner Brown to get places. So it's amazing to see him carve his own name. You know?
That's cool.
So it's awesome. He's a great guy. Always look amazing eye for talent. And that's easy to tell. I mean, you look at guys like Elijah Six and Sammy Diaz and Dickie Moon and Tommy Shine and Bobby Ocean. You know, he knows how to cultivate talent, and I think with you helping on the creative end of those things, that's where we're at. That's why we found
The relationship seems to work.
It does. It's not always smooth.
How old is TOS?
TOS is, that's a good question. I want to say we're 5 years in. But technically you can go back a little farther because Wagner was doing it before it was officially TOS. He was running this